Your next vacation may be spent in a paradise you've never heard of. You'll just need a way to get there. Here's the catch. That way has to go underwater. It would become the deepest immersed highway on Earth. Oh, they also have to build a couple of bridges. And did we mention the typhoons? These tugs are towing a contradiction. A tunnel segment that's both colossal and fragile.
Come back, close.
Slow down.
A raft of techno breakthroughs and untested results. Bound for a place few know, to entice the world to visit. And even sway the choice for the Olympic Games. Busan is South Korea's second largest city. 4.2 million people. Bigger than Madrid, closing in on Milan, and as hectic as Manhattan. South Korea is an Asian tiger, and Busan makes it roar. Its skyline will soon include one of the world's tallest buildings. It's the nation's biggest port, and the 5th busiest in the world. Every 3 seconds, they unload a container. It's so busy, they had to build the sprawling Busan New Port. And still, Busan grows. Busan is such a comer, it's bidding for the 2020 Summer Olympics. But Busan has one big problem, and it's on display here at one of Asia's biggest fish markets. Dozens of vendors cram in here, 14 hours a day, every day of the year. And that's the trouble with Busan. It's so crowded, it's running out of room. The solution to Busan's problem lies just across Jinhae Bay. Goje, an island 7 times bigger than Manhattan, but just 1/8 of Manhattan's population. Busan, Goje. Busan, Goje. Goje is a gold mine of development, a potential Korean Riviera, with room for Olympic athletes to hit their stride, and for the Korean tiger to stretch its legs. But Goje has its own big problem. Getting there. By sea, Goje lies only 8 kilometers from Busan. But by road, it's 140 kilometers. 3.5 hours, one way. One of the world's worst commutes. Lost time and lost work costs almost $400 million a year. And it could cost Busan the Olympics. The athletes won't come if they can't get around. The solution will slash travel time from nearly half a workday to 40 minutes and revolutionize life on both sides of the bay. the Busan-Goje Fixed Link. A 4-lane highway that runs nearly 50 meters beneath the sea. Then it leaps across 2 colossal cable-stayed bridges. Altogether, longer than 80 football pitches. One of the biggest infrastructure projects in the world. Plunging 48 meters below sea level, the link will boast the deepest immersed roadway in the world. The tunnel will be composed of 18 mammoth segments, each as long as 2 football pitches and as heavy as an aircraft carrier. Wide enough to carry 2 lanes of traffic each way, with an access tunnel between. That's the concrete reality. Now, here's where it gets dicey. Each segment has to be carefully towed into position, then carefully sunk to the seabed. And all the segments have to align within 35 millimeters, less than a thumb's width. Weather adds its own demands.
This site is exposed to the open sea. There are always high waves, and the water is deep as well.
It is wide open to the Northwest Pacific Ocean, so we have extreme exposure conditions for the construction period. So we've got to be ready for whatever that sends us, like big swell waves, strong winds, and even occasional typhoon.